Today will be a quick video of my second build I'm doing. So far so good. I mainly got all the parts, the battery, the speed controller and everything. It's basically a resemblance of my bike. There'll be a few differences. One difference is the forks. I decided to put these forks on this bike because the KKE forks are actually more comfortable and cushiony. These are kind of but this will be mainly actually, it might actually get the KKE forks back to this because this is going to probably be my off-road bike, but it will be listed for sale once I'm done. So I'll have some fun with it until a buyer comes. But so far so good. If anyone has any information about, I know these are 20mm axles, but where do you get the side caps for the axles? Because for some reason, for the life of me, I cannot figure that out. This bike had the same thing, but I had to actually rig something to keep it in place. Basically, I took a really, it has the axle on it, but I took a really long bolt and basically bolted it and, tighten it because I felt that it was pretty much, it has Allen screws to hold the axle in, but I just didn't trust it. Every time I stopped on brakes, it was kind of wobbly. So I put the screw in here temporarily until I find out who in the hell sells those or where can you get them. I looked, but every time I find some, I get confused because it's just the axle. I never see the side caps. Like I say, they're 20mm, so if anyone knows, shoot me a link to a place that sells it or just a direct link to a seller. Another thing that I'm gonna need is I'm probably either gonna have to fabricate the dropout slide-ins for this, which is not really hard to do. I got a good welding gun and some nice tough steel. But it would be nice to actually get a hold of these without having to do the fabrication. It makes my job pretty much easier. Yeah, last owner had the little bulldog thing on here. I decided to keep it on there. I didn't feel like tearing it off and repainting. It looks kind of cool, so I'm gonna keep it on there. But so far so good. Like I said, I gotta get the electronics installed in it, solder some wires. I'm gonna need a back brake for it, and the dropout. I'm gonna probably put a single chain on here. Now the hub actually looks just like this. It's a 5,000 watt hub, but I think I'm just gonna probably just put the chain you do on a beach cruiser on it, just so it can pedal. These things are very hard to pedal. This thing is really hard to pedal. But I need the ignition, which I know where people sell those at. The side plates are metal on this one. These are ABS plastic, and these are metal. I decided I didn't feel like remaking the ABS plastic side panels for it. Got the battery holder and the bottom piece already newly painted and ready to go on the bike. But can't put it on the bike until I get the charging port and everything together. Now the battery is a 26 amp. Yeah, 26 amp hour battery, 72 volts, 60 amp BMS, but it has really big wires. And it works. Thing is, I'm gonna have to get another charger, or I'm gonna have to get the same charging port as this one. Basically, if I'm selling it, I'm probably just gonna get a charger. That's the main thing I need is a charger. Front tire, I don't know if they got conversions to these particular tires where you can put them axle through and actually use this fork, because I don't want to use this fork on this bike. Now I won't lie, it's a good, nice fork for a regular mountain bike. I mean, it just didn't do too good on a very front heavy bike, like going downhill. It's not. I'm sure it's a good downhill fork for a downhill mountain bike, but as far as the road, no. Or if you go off road by accident, no. But yeah, if someone has any links to getting the rear dropouts to the Stealth Bomber frame and getting the side screws to side screws in the axle with the size zoom forks, let me know and shoot a link. Actually, I'm gonna put this back shot on here because that's a KKE. This is a D&M, which, I mean, the shocks, I really don't see any difference in them too much, like which one is better and which one is not. So it really not as important. Now I have sources to another frame, like a front part of the frame, but its back thing right here is pretty much destroyed. Or else I would have had a third Stealth Bomber. I might have to just make a backswing dropout manually. There's the seat that's gonna go on it. It'll be yellow and, orange and black like the other ones, but it's gonna be like it's probably gonna get these forks and this 150 millimeter shock, and it's gonna be the lowrider of e-bike collection. But yeah, right now me and another friend, I can't wait to get this done because riding these on trails and stuff are fun, but they're fun if you have someone else ride with you. He has a bike, but it does not keep up. It's a 1,000-watt mountain bike, but this bike doesn't keep up. This bike goes up to 57 miles an hour. It used to do 60, but it's gotten a bit heavier when I eliminated the flimsy parts to it. I don't know which one of these will be faster. I know this one will go farther. As far as faster, I don't know. It depends on the connections. Like the bike over here, this has these connections, which is a lot more smaller than these connections. Not a lot, but just a little bit. And then you got that. That battery's 2 gauge, so we'll see. But it has a BMS of 60, so it'll keep up. It might be actually just as fast. I don't know. So this bike will be heavier, but not by a lot. Basically, the crankshaft are actually heavier. The side plates are definitely heavier. Handlebars are heavier. The fork itself is a bit lighter. The hub motors, I think the 5,000 watts like about 10 or 15 pounds more heavier, but that's no big deal. The rim is actually light on this bike. That's where I am. One off-road, one road. Can't wait to see what this one looks like when it's done. I haven't named it yet. This one is EB Troll for the gas bikes that's on the trail. It's funny. They can't keep up whatsoever. Those 2-stroke engines. I mean, you can go so fast on them. I heard people go like 50 miles an hour on them. I haven't found one that actually goes over 36 or so. I mean, they're so easy to actually go and pass that it's like they're standing still. This bike could probably be called the Roth, or maybe probably EB LOL. Basically, it's laughing at you when it passes as well. This one had a black tip. This one has an orange tip. This one has the tail light, which is I'm gonna probably get something else different. Yeah, it lights up. It's bright. It flashes. It has a wire where you can charge it too. All right, turn off. Okay, that's not turning off. Damn cheap lights. There we go. Now it's off. This screen right here actually has a charging port to it. Next to this, I'm gonna put a better headlight on it. I think I'm gonna put a bigger headlight than this. This is basically gonna be just a flashlight. Like if I break down or anything, I have a flashlight on board. This will have an actual headlight too. Has the same screen that charges any plug-in items like a phone or anything, just like that bike. Only thing is, I don't know if I can get it to probably. I got another screen, but I know this is it's a Sabaton screen. And I heard that they don't work like with any other type of speed controllers, but I don't know. We'll see. I think it will. Once I hook up all electronics and test out the hub motor, had to go in the hub motor and make some repairs. There was some, the sensors are fine, and they proved fine on my tester. So hub motor should be good to go. I'm worried about the speed controller. I know I got two of them. One's 100 amp Sabaton, the other one's just some generic 80 amp, but I'll be able to test them. I think the 100 amp is blown because it does not check out on my tester. I haven't tested the other speed controller because it has so many cut wires. I got to actually solder several wires back into it. There you have it. My throttle ready to go. Basically, they're the twins, just with some differences. I want to see what this actually looks like. I mean, I think I'm starting to like this gooseneck better than this gooseneck. Thing is, this gooseneck's really comfortable. That's why I haven't changed it. But it's a cheap gooseneck. But most goosenecks are, I mean, you get really good ones, you get cheap ones. I got another one of these particular goosenecks, though, in case I want to actually upgrade to a, where it comes out further. But yeah, it's different handlebars too. There you have it, almost done. Can't wait to test it out. Got to test electronics, and we're good. But yeah, like I said, shoot a link as far as where to get the 20 millimeter axles for a Zoom fork and KKE forks. I need the side screws for this, and then I need the whole axle for that. And I seem to not be able to find rims that's axle through either. That's 20 millimeter, unless they got adapters. If anyone knows, shoot out the links. Appreciate it if you guys do. But thanks for watching, and have a good day.